Hey y'all, Tremor back here again. Before I go too deep into this video, I just want to let you all know that this water heater, this freezer right here, don't mind it. My family actually just had to get a new water heater and a new freezer. So yeah, new freezer. New girl want to mess with my AP. New freezer. Ice. I woke up thinking about bands. Up on the jig. What? Alright. Yeah, I messed that up. But yeah, don't mind that. It's in the background. We have to remove these eventually. But recently there's been a lot of videos. There have been a lot of videos and a lot of things that have just been bringing to attention of the environment, the world, the earth, and how much we actually need to start caring for it. And so this video will be about caring for the environment and the world / the earth. But I might just title it Caring for the Environment and the Earth. And the reasoning why I want to talk about this, because on social media, and sometimes I do avoid social media because it's a little too negative. I sometimes get tired of opening Instagram and just constantly seeing just negative things. And one of those negative things, if you haven't known already, is that I hate seeing females talk about how bad us males are. I can't, I don't know, I get tired of seeing that. But I wanted to talk about caring for the environment because I saw a video on Instagram, and it was talking about really how much danger and how much harm we're actually doing to our environment. And obviously that's very bad. We need to care for the environment because, even that's my brother. But we've been blessed by God with this earth, and we don't take care of it enough. That's the problem. And so I think the thing is that we really need to start truly considering how we treat this earth, how we treat this world, and what we do, because all of those actions affect this world either in a positive way or in a negative way. And so the thing about these different videos and these different things that we've seen on social media nowadays is that they really have a big emphasis on just like our actions and really how those actions have affected the environment. Not only the environment, but this world in general. We've seen that the amount of plastic that is backed up, the amount of plastic that has harmed animals, just a lot of bad things that are really all falling and all coming from human action. And so this is why we truly need to be careful of the things that we do, the actions that we commit, and just where we decide to do things, how we decide to do things, because all those things have an effect, good or bad, positive or negative. And so when it comes to caring for the environment in this world, consider this in your everyday walk of life. You have to consider what you're doing, even what you're consuming, what you are doing as a human being. Just a lot of different things, and that's because, like I said before, all those things have an effect. And so when it comes to caring for the environment, we've tried, doing things such as recycling. We've tried doing a variety of things just to fix this problem. But the thing about this problem is that it really won't be fixed until we actually put action forth. And that's the problem. We don't put enough action in our problems. Poverty. Our government doesn't do a lot about poverty. Veterans who are homeless. Our government doesn't do a lot about that either. So if you want these problems to be solved, if you want these problems to be stopped or ceased, you have to do something in order to stop them. And that's just common sense, that's common knowledge. If you ever had a problem, there needs to be a solution. Or if you just want that problem to continue on forever, you don't find a solution. And so the thing is like I said, definitely this is not the only video that I'll make about this topic, because I think it's very important. We've seen this type of awareness being raised by rappers, by celebrities. We've seen this going on for years. The problem is that we don't do anything about these things. We don't do a single thing. I'm sorry, I got a little startled, but we don't do anything about these problems. And that's the problem. The problem is us. It's not the environment, it's not the world that is the problem. The problem is us as human beings, because when we decide to negatively do things and to not do things to solve problems, we make problems worse. We make things terrible. And that's the problem now. We are the problem. We don't do enough. We don't put forth the action to stop problems. And just let that sink in, because you will eventually realize how much we as human beings are truly the problem. Whether that's through actions of war, actions of violence, actions of not cooperating with each other, actions of a lack of communication. Actions of just not doing anything and sitting still and waiting for problems to solve themselves. We don't do anything, and that's why we're the problem. And until we do something, nothing's going to be fixed. There's going to be nothing but problems. And so that's the thing. When it comes to caring your environment, you know, like I said, do your research. Recycle. You know, make sure you're not just throwing plastic anywhere. You got to put it in the right area. Put it in the recycling bin. It's simple, you know, and that's a problem too. Problems can be simply solved. We just don't do anything, you know. I think the problem is we just don't care about things enough. Like I said, poverty is a very simple issue if we just put forward efforts to solving it. But we don't do anything to solve it. That's the problem. And so, let's trim more back here again. I hope that you all found this video enjoyable. Hope that you all found this video entertaining, but not only entertaining, but informative. And hopefully it was very good to your ears. I'll see you all later. Peace.